Hey, NHCC alumni, it's time for another alumni coffee break. It's Troy, the alumni guy, and I've got a treat for you today. We are going to announce a special announcement here. Most of you know that we have our Distinguished Alumni of the Year award every year, and I am blessed to have our Distinguished Alumni of the Year for 2023, Dr. Robbyn Weaver, join us on the program. Robbyn, welcome.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you so much for the kind words and invitation to do this. I'm really happy to sit here and talk with you today.
Oh, it's been such a joy. It was audience remarking, you'll find out that Robbyn loves birding, and that we share this in common with her husband as well. And notice the myrtle warbler in the background. So we had a little geek out before there it is. Beautiful, Robbyn. You set that up perfect. Oh, she's gonna start challenging me with all of these. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. So, and also I forgot, Robbyn, we always salute our alums with our coffee break mug. Oh, look at that. Beautiful owl. So cheers to you, my
Cheers.
friend. I have nothing in clearly I wasn't prepared for this interview. I
Hot
have no
chocolate.
coffee, but Robbyn's got hot chocolate, so that's pretty cool. So tell me, Robbyn, how it feels to be named 2023's Distinguished Alum of the Year at North Hennepin.
It was a shock. So to be not
Yeah.
only nominated, but then named a distinguished alumni it really is a complete honor. And I'm thankful and humbled for that opportunity, and really excited about what it means and what it represents for my future, but also for my engagement at North Hennepin.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, it's been a joy communicating with you over email. This is an audience the first time Robbyn and I have met. Yeah, eye to eye here, but we've been emailing, and you are such a joyful person. I love your emails. They make me smile, and yeah, and I wanted to compliment you on that, because I think you are just the epitome of what our distinguished alums are.
Oh, thank you.
Truly smart, but engaging, incredibly knowledgeable, and amazing career, which I want to talk about a little bit. You, just so that our audience better understands why you were nominated for this award. You've had an incredible career.
Thank you. Yeah, so back when I was born, not far from here, I'm just um so yeah, I can briefly go through this, but I graduated high school a couple decades ago almost now, and knew that, like everybody my age, we were told that you have to go to college. And so unfortunately at the time, I was a little late in applying and was either waitlisted or rejected to all of the colleges that I applied to in my senior year. And so North Hennepin, in a somewhat misguided on my end, North Hennepin became the top contender for me. And so I went to North Hennepin thinking I was going to get my generals and then, get out, go to transfer to a 4-year university. But while I was there, I just started becoming more involved in science and found that there were two pieces of me that evolved. And one was that I knew I liked people and I wanted to help people and our world, and that I was finding science was a way to achieve the ends to those means. So I enrolled in the associate biology program, continued on to get my bachelor's at Moorhead, which was shared a joint program at North Hennepin at the time, all the while engaging in some undergraduate research while I was there. Then my junior year at Moorhead, applied for and was accepted into an undergraduate fellowship at the Mayo Clinic. And so that was in a aging and bone degeneration lab. So I was there for a couple of months in the summer. That solidified that, yep, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to use stem cells to cure everything and cure cancer and aging for myself and for my friends and family. So I resolved to go to graduate school, and that I wanted to do my work at the Mayo Clinic. And so I enrolled in the Mayo Clinic in their doctorate program. Uh,
Mm.
Time happened, good and bad, lots of valleys and peaks, but I ultimately earned my doctorate in biomedical sciences, decided that I loved helping people, but that academic atmosphere wasn't a good fit. So decided that I wanted to instead take an industry approach. So the company I now work for is a huge global company, and they focus on sustainability and nurturing the world. So I can still do what is important to me, which is helping people in the world, but now it's more at an industrial scale rather than, curing cancer. But
Wow. And what a
whew,
just a what a fascinating narrative. And I love the embodiment of, at the core of this is helping the
yeah,
world to be better, helping your friend groups and the people of the world, and just a genuineness to, improve society.
it
I
really is. Yeah, yeah.
think that's marvelous, Robin. I think that's marvelous. And you're very engaging and very passionate. And I think that's probably your secret weapon.
One of them.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's amazing. So often in this program, we'll talk about nostalgia and we embrace, right, those favorite memories. So you got to share a couple with our audience of, what you remember about North Hennepin fondly.
Yeah, yeah, super. I think for me, since it both helped launch my career and my continued studies, but I would say the undergraduate research program at North Hennepin, there's not there wasn't anything really like it that I could find, certainly at a smaller community college. And so being involved in that program, there were some utterly tedious days where we were trying to get through, samples or something, and we would just blast tunes in the lab. It'd be either a Saturday or just some weird off hours where me and a
Yeah,
couple of other students would be doing the work. But then,
yeah,
it was balanced out when one time we got all piled into a convoy and headed down to Winona and presented at St. Mary's. And we stopped along the river and saw some sights along the way, got to see, some bald eagles. And it was
nice.
just getting used to getting out and presenting our science and getting in front of colleagues, known and unknown, it was a really great launching pad. And that was a great resource that, I cherish. And I'm
Yeah.
sure there's some pictures somewhere, but
Oh, there's gotta be. There's gotta be. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I think those are memories I hear a lot. People just the camaraderie and the friendship and the new adventures you have.
right.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, Robin, this has been absolutely a joy. You are the epitome of North Hennepin's finest, truly. And I want the audience to know that you should absolutely attend the Bold Leadership Summit. It'll be our sixth annual summit that is here at the college Center for Business and Technology in the Grand Hall. Mark your calendars, Friday, February 24th. Dr. Robbyn Weaver will be there to accept her award. She'll have an acceptance speech. You'll get to meet this incredible lady and hear her journey in person and probably in a ton more detail than we were able to today, which is what we want to hear. And it starts at 7 a.m. That's going to be networking. The event formally starts at 7:30 and runs till about 9. Dr. Weaver will probably be up at around that 8:30 mark. If you don't have the time, because we understand people are at work, but do check out Dr. Robbyn Weaver at 8:30, Friday, February 24th, the Bold Leadership Summit, our sixth annual, where we celebrate Dr. Robbyn Weaver, the 2023 NHCC Distinguished Alumni of the Year.
Oh, looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, Robin. What a joy. Bye for now. Always tune in every Tuesday for an NHCC Alumni Coffee Break. On behalf of Dr. Robbyn Weaver, this is Troy, the Alumni Guy, signing off. Have a great day.